Всем привет, народ, с вами Харон, и сегодня мы продолжаем играть Genshin Impact. В общем-то, сегодня 16 число, и сегодня у нас версия 2.5. К сожалению, для меня мало чего поменялось, но я наконец-то буду использовать молитву, которую я копил буквально неделю, и все. За неделю я накопил буквально ничего, очень мало. Настолько мало, что даже видно. Ну, надеюсь, мне хотя бы с них что-то выпадет. Потому что если нет, то... Так, во-первых, давай детали. Ну, вот. Короче, главная цель это, конечно же, Мика. Из 4-звездочных, не знаю, Тома и все. То есть фиши Легиона мне не нужны, мне нужны только Тома. И то не факт. Просто, не знаю, просто вот я решил, что такого мне нужен, и все, больше мне никто из четверок не нужен. Так, при обычных условиях ля-ля-ля, 5-звездочка, дубликаты, базовый шанс. Можно получить Делюка, Мону какую-то, Кицин, Цици и Джин. Угу. Из 4 звездочек кто у нас? Даже не знаю. Ну типа, кто из них? Тома. А если, допустим, из тех, кто сейчас без повышенного шанса, то я думаю, я бы хотел бы себе никого. Ну ладно, Рейзера хочу. Из оружия я по названию все равно нихуя не пойму. 3-звездочки мне вообще не нужны. Будем надеяться, мне ни одна не выпадет, хотя это явно невозможно. Пёс, блин. Так, клятва стрелка, лук ворона, лезвие, ворон. Ну, дальше 3-звездочки мы их пропустим. Нет, блять. Мне сразу это чудо выпало. Прикольно. 2 персонажа за раз. Что она умеет? Так. Угу. Так. Элементальный щит при ударе. Угу. Ясно. Понятно. Угу. Ясно. Короче, брать в отряд не буду. А ты? Камушек у нас. Что ты умеешь? Так, 4 выстрела. Геурон. Всесторонняя защита. Боевой стандарт генерала. Угу. 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 Короче, да. Вообще бесполезно. Вот для меня реально просто вот бесполезен кусочек. Сука. Книжка. Меч. О, книжечка. Все. 1-4 звездочки и все. Магазин. Так, я могу купить одну за эту. Потом за звездную пыль, к сожалению, купить не могу. Хотя мне сейчас нужен этот. Мне не надо, мне надо 3 вот этих. Вот это еще нельзя 12 дней покупать, к сожалению. А это значит что? Значит, можно купить вот эти. Так, ну и за камни стока, конечно же, тебе. Не хватает одной. Так, это мы быстренько пропустим. Угу. Угу. Ага. Так, теперь, это вроде бы тебе, да? Да. Повышаю Кию. Повышаем сразу уровень. Блять, не хватит. Ладно. Ладно, значит мне осталось его. Для него надо, бля, океаниды хитрые остались. Океаниды. Вот эту фигню я знаю, где искать. Так, а это еще уровень надо повышать сначала. Ну такой, ну так. По заданию. Это потом все. Только дурак смотрит на палец. Полетели. Ходи. Ладно, неделю касай. Плюс сейчас найду тебя. Нашел. У меня, короче, куча ключей, но я не знаю, где находится спамить. Я вроде бы и бегаю, смотрю, ищу, но не могу найти. Так, джунгли, помолчи. Сейчас я рассказываю, а не ты. Сразу 40 камней. Неплохо. Если это задание выполним, сможем еще 10 молитв сделать. А чё они возродились, Я их уже убивал. Вы, черти. Ого.
There's still soup in here. These hilly churls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
Допустим.
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention. Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilus jade. Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Get back!
That light came from the second Noctilus
Ой, да ладно.
didn't it? More hilly trolls. They don't give up, do they?
Ничего не такие почты.
Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Body and mind.
Ай.
Cool it.
Все.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it?
А можно я их заберу обратно?
It
Только
was
не водите
so
меня
much
вместе с этим.
shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Ну, погнали. Скажем, что это номер 3. Шито.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. With
Угу.
Exactly.
no problem.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Целый ящик.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious.
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them.
Он все, он
This-
откинул копыта.
This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
О, это
Are
да,
you
это
sure?
хорошо.
You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment.
In the safe hands of the Liu Cheating and good honest merchants such as yourself, I've...
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Ага.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right, I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
Куда это? На какую-то террасу. Оу. Парам! Плюс архив. А, там хрен пойдешь. Придется искать обходной путь. Мне вот не нравится этот город. Тут вообще ни в какую. Типа уже не спрашивал, нравится тебе этот город или нет. Не знаю, кто тут, блядь, как заправляет, как тут все устроено особо-то. Ну, сука, постройка города пиздец. Тебе нужно, блядь, обойти хуевую тучу метров, чтобы подняться наверх. О, то, что надо. И вот это. И вот это. И вон. Сколько ресурсов нужно? Так, это сюда. Купили ящик, а у нас 3.
I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's...
Опять забыл.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liu Chising have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get
А то,
caught
что
by
мы
the
перед ними
mirror.
щеголяем, как говорится, не, ничего.
Although with
Вообще
that
пофиг.
said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder also the Rex Lapis vessel.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
А посмотреть можно?
House?
The only mint in Liu, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morak.
Моракс перед тобой, камон. Ну ладно.
Why do
Он
you
еще
know
нам это не
this,
сказал, но
Mr.
я тоже просто знал.
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liu, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed.
Ага.
Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly
Oh.
decocted.
Это мы
The
можем
quality
собрать.
of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
О, 20... О! Призыв. Призыв. Еще 10 призывов. 2 камушка не хватает, ты серьезно? Блять. Где можно взять 2 камушка? Вот где? Типа, ну чуточку надо, ну совсем чуть-чуть. Иди к черту. О, Андрея? Да. Ага. Ага. Мне это не интересно, поэтому это просто проскипываю. Мне это не надо было. Ниже на 7 метров, блин. Куда ниже? Шо, блин? В воду? А.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again.
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to
Вот это меня
contribute.
докатило. Бля, один вы нас не помните? Паймон это что, живая консерва, и до нас докатил. Ну давай, ладно, до нас
Now then,
докатилось.
please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved.
Уснуть можно, пока он все это расскажет.
Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every
Просто мы
corner.
ничего не знаем о садоводстве.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Опять все.
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question.
Она опять забыла.
Do you have any mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
Я бы больше удивился, если бы у вас все-таки оказались при себе деньги.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that
Он сейчас
these
бесплатно
flowers
да?
are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the
Потому что
awful
ты не
news
ходил на эту
about what
церемонию, да?
happened at this year's rite
Ты
of
живешь в
Ascension.
Ливе и не ходишь на эту,
It would be
блядь,
bad luck to say it
церемонию?
out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So
Скорее
this time
всего.
we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the Seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Дайте. Пришли наконец.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Да не.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chimei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lan. See you around.
Ну пойдем. Да, нам.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Ай, блядь. То сюда, то туда, блядь. Куда? Где оно? Вот где? Это... Сюда, сюда.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
Откуда знаешь?
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping
Выглядящих
around
девушек,
town
кто
looking for a
сказал.
sweet-smelling lady.
Сука,
Actually,
как
I was starting
извращенец.
to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Или подкат. Не-не-не.
3 in 1 go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet
Тихо,
smelling
тихо,
ammunition.
дамочка. Я уже выбрал себе ту единственную.
Is
Это
that
не
the
ты.
best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Не-а.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest
Блин,
wood
так мало
shall
слов и так много текста. Я ебу.
Over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Извращенка.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go to such ridiculous lengths. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the kitchen at Wanmin Restaurant.
Угу. Давай. Хрен ли уж, блядь. Думать только они. Ёлки-палки, извращенка чёртова. Книжка. Ой, еще книжка. Я их потом еще и читать буду. Ну, правда, сам, типа, без вас, но... Ну да.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Сейчас таки хопа, блядь, 300 метров до воды. А где? А где? Погоди. Выше. Отпусти меня, женщина. Я вообще не понимаю. А, во. С другой стороны можно обходить спокойно, и никто нас трогать не будет.
This water will do. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully take hold of.
Так, она сейчас будет показывать кое-что непристойное. Закрывайте глаза.
Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
Ай, блядь. Сука, я просто смотрю на этот текст, я, блядь, не знаю, мне что-то другое, блядь, вместо масел, блядь. Даже не знаю, какой вариант будет лучше, блядь. Не волнуйся, я умею это делать. Или ладно, хорошо, я понял.
Ooh, you're a natural, like a
Так, а ну, блядь,
fish to water. Now
не
take
говори
these
так.
and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Угу. Бонусов ни у кого нет, да? Ну ладно. Угу. Все, готово. А, блядь, в воду. Я весь мокрый после этого. Стой, а микрофон еще ключ? Ключ.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all.
Ну, опускаться
The
в луж.
essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step.
Угу.
Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
Угу. Угу.
All
Четким
three
руководством.
perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Wow, you actually remembered my throwaway
Тут
comment.
хер запомнили.
You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how easily one could be taken in.
Блять, извращенка.
Shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it.
Угу.
The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Угу.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything,
Блять,
okay?
интересно, это в жизни реально работает?
I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard.
Ясно.
Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring
Я к тебе приду
sometime,
потом.
okay?
Когда, сука, запись закончу, блядь, я к тебе приду. Я тебе
Let's
блядь,
take
покажу,
these
сука.
3 perfumes over to
Что
the
я
Statue
умею,
of the
блядь?
Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Так, мне надо куда-то далеко. Куда точно? Ну, здрасте, блядь.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Ну, авто, блядь, пропуск текст, давай работай.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why is he gotta be so secretive this time?
О, то, что надо было. Достижение. Молитвы. Есть молитва надо. Так, магазин. Камни истока. Переплетенные судьбы. Легенда. Нет. Я тебя даже смотреть не хочу. О, ебать, ты выпал. Оружие древковое. Мастер пики. Угу. 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 Ля. Вот это хороший персонаж, только мне его некуда совать называется. Потом посмотрю, куда его можно припихнуть, так сказать. Типа, отказаться от воды можно. Можно отказаться от Кей, но Кею я точно не хочу менять. Можно просто поменять Эмбер, но тогда у меня не будет лучника. Хотя... Ну не будет и не будет лучника, я так подумал. Я ей так бы вообще не пользуюсь, да? Ну по сути. А так хоть пользоваться начну четвертым персонажем. Ба, куда это меня опять тащит, ёлки-палки? Хотя, учитывая то, что Томас Надзумы, мне кажется, его прокачать не смогу. Ну, вроде как он Надзумы.
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But If they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Допустим.
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which
Насчет
lies
третьего я,
in the
кстати,
deep
знаю.
is breaking free.
Видел в одном
This
из роликов.
harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with
старуха,
me,
блин.
but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can help with chores if you have any too.
All right, children, there is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work?
Пойман, заходи.
Hey, that's rude. And even if it was like that, it must be a very expensive bell, right, Granny?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite
Ты же говорила, что не
welcome to
помнишь,
borrow
где он.
it, if you can find it.
Ля ты крыса. Ебать. Вот так же моихнуло, блять. Да.
What
А, блядь.
happened?
Тварь.
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Все-таки нужен был огонь.
That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I will have
Мне кажется, это не
in a
простая
long
старуха.
while.
Да, блин, какой-то, блин, не знаю, вертеп, блядь. Который,
Please
блядь,
help
под
an
личинкой
old lady
старушки
clean
пытается,
up.
блядь, сука, жить спокойно. Ага.
Time to act.
Бля.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place.
Мне кажется, вообще никогда, блядь. То, как и построили этот дом, блядь, чистым, блядь. Вот и все.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Определенно, блядь.
I'm more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Trillium Karst? Why would she stay in the city? Go, Baron Bunny!
Freeze!
О, это моя стихия.
No, my sword!
Отстань. Да ну ёб твою.
Get back!
Надоели, блядь. Ясно.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave it. Let it rain.
Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Сдохни. Ты кусок ледяной воды.
How many levels does this teapot have?
Пиздец.
It would be
Сука,
nice if we
небоскреб.
had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Все. Слава богу, блядь.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
Можно уйти.
Oh, now, let me see.
Чертов чайник. Что было, блядь? Я уже в полудреме, блядь, тут. Хоть не упал,
Oh,
блядь.
in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Действительно, после таких чудосей, блядь.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady
Кого
knocking
их?
at their
Адептов?
door.
Богов?
We haven't met in a while anyway. It Would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return.
Угу.
Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Чертов чайник, блин. Что, как называется достижение? Сюда даже пойма не влезет. Куда нам? Недалеко. Когда ко мне кто-то заходит, ведь, сука, без стука, начинает меня отвлекать. Я думаю, это всем знакомо, блядь. Когда ты, блядь, сидишь, делаешь свои дела, и тут такие... Хуяк, блядь! Начинает тебе, сука, о чем-то рассказывать и расспрашивать. Ты такой... Блядь, нахуй ты вообще сюда пришел? Вот это только что случилось. О, джунгли появились. Ну, здрасте.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Это со мной она, со мной.
An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old
Бля,
lady
у
for
тебя
a
хорошая
pot of
память.
tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Бать ты загадочный. Что дальше? Все, меня бросили? А кто нас занят, бабуля сейчас занимается заданием улыбочку. Смесь. Вот она, эта бабка. Ну, в принципе, это заняло мне буквально 5 минут. Все. Аллилуйя, блядь. Выше. Ой, блядь, какая же фиговая планировка, кто ее делал. Теперь ниже. где-то на этом этаже. Да? Где ты есть, скотина? Еще ниже. Вот. Ага, спасибо. Пользоваться ей, конечно же, не буду, но... Да. Купить воздушных змей. Погнали. Я хочу уже за сегодня закончить это, блин. Чертов квест. Сейчас мы придем, там начнется. Ой, а змеи закончились. Или ой, а это, короче, проблема. Сходите, типа, решите эту проблему, только тогда я вам продам, блядь, змеи. Ах ты чертова бабка.
Sir, you're here. The 7 kites you
Да
asked for
ладно,
have
ты
been
заранее их
made to
заказал?
order.
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Ладно тебе. Мы тебя хвалим, а ты, блядь,
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House. Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All the justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does that which the Cryo Archon once...
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shen, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Так, спасибо, блядь. Хотя бы в этот раз.
It's Child!
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
Надоели отвлекать, сука, я пропустил часть диалога.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, Since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Да ладно! Бля. Сука. Нанять 3 рабочих. Час от каждого будет, блядь, сука, задание.
Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Да не надо тебе будет ничего писать.
Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer.
A most fair price.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Стоп, а я плачу из своего кармана? Если так, я буду торговаться. Хотя нет, не буду. Мне мое время ценнее.
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole...
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless.
Hey, that's a good...
Ну, если с этим не будет проблем, то это будет самый лучший квест, который я проходил.
Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 mora for a single trip. How does...
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. How about this? Let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering. Get me a single Chinxin flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child fellow.
Ah,
How does that sound?
Guess we've got no choice.
А, у меня уже есть?
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare. With this Chinxin flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Ладно, это все-таки самый лучший квест, который я брал. О, книжка.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Идр такой, блядь, за что эта живая консерва со мной летает?
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
Да ладно.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you.
Да.
Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
Хижина Бубу. Бля, телепорт рядом есть? Не хочу зайти. О, телепорт ближе. Олень всему голова. А! Нет! Я не хочу умирать. Чуть не упал. Понял? А если бы я упал? Мне бы, сука, пришлось бы опять делать ТП. Мой олень мне такого не позволит. О, ци-ци.
The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Да вот. Здрасте. А чё, рот открыт?
There you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now,
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Ага.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled
Мне
substance.
кажется, Джунли тоже растерялся.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still
Отдай
help us find
приказ,
some
типа,
everlasting incense.
повелеваю. Отдай.
Okay then,
How did you manage that?
but Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Кокосовая коза.
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adeptus in the distant past, an early mechanical device. Located in Qinheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Liyue inside
Потому что это
out.
все при нем происходило, конечно, он знает.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
Врешь.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptibeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legend. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
Короче, это надолго. Ладно, ребятки. Я думаю, на этом все-таки все. Я хотел закончить только все за сегодня, но это, блядь, подготовка к церемонии фестиваля, нам уже просто до канала, блядь. Сходи туда, сделай то, сделай все. Тут еще-то Чайлд, блядь. Тут Джун Ли со своими энциклопедиями. Знакомые Джун Ли тоже энциклопедии ходячие. Заебусь. Одним словом. Ой, случайно. Я не то хотел. Я после Дайнвайта на вьюшку, типа, зрение выжившего, блядь, чутье выжившего, когда показывает, где задание находится, я, блядь, тут машинально нажимаю теперь. Ладно. Ну что ж, на этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем удачи, всем пока и до новых встреч. Пока-пока.